Hey everybody, it's Tuesday evening. It is now March 10th, 2026. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich with your live weather impact tonight. What a hot day. We got a lot to talk about. It was abnormally hot. I know a lot of people love warm weather. This was ridiculous today. There's no other way about it. We're going to try to put this in perspective. This is something we never really have seen this early in the season in the Charlotte area ever, at least in recorded history since 1878, 146 plus years ago right now. So this was a crazy hot day. Now, the only saving grace was it was a dry day with low humidity. So even though we had summer-like temperatures, we didn't have summertime humidity, which was a good thing. Here's a view from our Mr. Sparky camera network. Notice plenty of sunshine still out there. We've got blue skies and sunny skies until the bottom of 7:30 hour, because that's when the sun sets, 7:27 to be precise here in Charlotte. So you got twilight till about 8 o'clock at night. So it is a very, very nice warm evening out there. We had a few showers. I thought maybe we'd see a couple pop-up storms today, but there just wasn't any humidity. Humidity is one of those things you really need to fuel these storms. So while it was super warm, we didn't have the humidity to help produce any thunderstorms in our area. We do have some thunderstorms we're going to be talking about up in the Midwest. Big tornado risk and big hail risk in parts of Illinois, Indiana, even back into Iowa. We'll talk more about that with Tim coming up in about 8 minutes or so. But you can see there's cold air on the move. We are not done with the cold air, by the way. As warm as it's been, as crazy warm as it's been since really late February, we are going to see a return to near normal, maybe slightly above by the end of the week, and then below normal for next week. But today, that's what I'm talking about, 87. We told you we'd break a record. We even broke it by more than I expected. I thought maybe we'd break it by 2 or 3. We broke it by 5 degrees. 87 degrees today. Shatters the record of 82. The normal high is 62. And to put this in perspective, this is the warmest it has been this early in the year in recorded history in Charlotte. Since 1878, when records started here in Charlotte, we have never had a day warmer than this through March 10th. The sixth on that list is the 83 we had back in February, which, remember, was the warmest February day all time. So you're talking about rare air here for the amount of heat. So this is weather that we normally would see in mid-June, not early March. Just a crazy stretch. There's your almanac, we call it, the high and low. 60 this morning, that would have been nice for an average. The morning low should be near 40. So when you see these cooler temperatures coming late this week, they're not as cool as you would think compared to average, just cold compared to what we have right now. We're still with sun out. We're in the low 80s out there, even upper 60s in the mountains. But this was a saving grace to me. If you were in the shade, it was nice. Dew points were in the 40s and 50s, so it wasn't a muggy feel. But if you're in the sun or in your car with the windows rolled up, it legit felt like that summer type setup. So tonight, good luck cooling down. Mid 60s, that's 4 degrees above our average high for this time of year. So we're starting warm. A lot of folks will be keeping those ACs humming tonight and tomorrow. I'm going 87, but I'm not going to be shocked if it's hotter based on the 87 today. And notice, I actually have a 90 on our map for Cheraw. Tim and I talked about this the last couple days, that we thought we might see a 90. I think that could happen tomorrow, even in our viewing area. The record, again, will be obliterated. It's just a question of whether or not we hit 90 tomorrow, which would only be the 4th time that we've ever hit 90 or higher in the month of March. Those are the only 3 times it's been hotter at any March day, even the end of the month. Only 3 times has it been hotter than it was today or tomorrow. We'll be talking a lot about this coming up with Tim. We're going to be tracking these severe storms, a big severe weather outbreak day today in the Midwest as well as the southern plains into Texas tomorrow. That shifts to the east, and naturally you would think, this is heading our way. Maybe not so much. This system kind of falls apart a little bit. Also, as it moves our way, the time of arrival is going to be key. It's going to be the first half of Thursday when it's cooler out. So you'll see this system approach us tomorrow night into early Thursday, and pretty good line of showers, maybe some thunderstorms. I'm hoping we get some beneficial rains. At least a half an inch plus would be great. But behind it, cold enough that, we could see some mountain snow, but it's a quick recovery. You notice by Friday, look at the winds already back out of the south. So this is not a crazy cool down behind this compared to what you would normally think with a front this strong. It's probably going to be more next week that we see a more crazy cool down. So let's go hour by hour. I'll show you how this unfolds. Here comes the front. Gets here sometime mid-morning on Thursday. It could be one of those weird days where the high is in the 70s, but it's like while you're sleeping, and then during the day the temperature falls. That'll be the kind of day Thursday is. Look at those showers and storms maybe just after the morning commute. Look at the rain through 10 a.m. and look at that in the mountains. Yes, that is snow. Not unheard of, and not even unheard of in the Charlotte area. I looked back, today's record was from 1974. We had a crazy stretch of heat that year, and then the 25th of the month, we had 1.5 inches of snow in Charlotte. So it just goes to show you, March is a crazy month. I've said this a ton of times. It is a wild month, fully expected to feel like summer and winter sometimes in the same week. That is really what March is known for around here. It is completely normal for this to happen. And as expected, there's a pattern flip. These patterns, don't last forever, especially in March, which is a turbulent time of year. The jet stream's buckling back and forth, so you get really big warm-ups. You also get significant cool down. So next week, starting really around St. Patrick's Day, substantially cooler air is going to be moving in, and it is going to be chilly with highs only in the 40s and 50s. So if you're like me, you're probably running the AC right now. It's okay. You get 2 days AC use. You'll give it a break this week, maybe into next week, and we can actually maybe recoup some of the money we spent on our power bill this week. But the weekend, it's back to warmth. I mean, temperatures in the 70s. At least the mornings will be comfortable. You certainly could give the AC a break this weekend. Your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast, certainly going to want to keep it on tomorrow with record highs. But then look at the temperatures. Only 60s and 70s. Morning lows more comfortable, 40s and 50s. So you actually could cool your house down. And then look at the cool down next week. St. Patrick's Day, high of 47, morning low of 30. Probably a good freeze on Wednesday morning, upper 20s, high of 51, 30s in the morning for next Thursday, but we're back near 60. So expect us to see a frost or freeze a couple of times next week, which is absolutely normal. We should be seeing frost or freezes all the way through early April. Remember the rule of thumb, April 15th, tax day. That's when you should wait 98% of the time. If you wait till then, you're out of the frost and freeze season. But in March, especially early March, absolutely should expect it. And there's still a chance you could get a sneaky winter weather event. Not that I see one coming, but usually you get to St. Patrick's Day, the chance of that goes way down. Coming up, we're going to talk about severe weather. We're tracking a ton of it across the U.S. We'll talk about the heat and humidity and the changes here locally. Coming up with Tim Buckley in 2 minutes. Stick around.